Hello, my friends, and welcome back to episode 2 of season 2 of Ultimate Skyrim. We're here playing as our boy Wraithen, the half red guard, half dark elf. I don't know what you'd call him at this point. It's not quite a spell sword. Call him a survivor, I suppose. Hope you guys are having a good day today. Last we left off, we had just discovered this grisly scene with this poor young woman murdered in cold blood. We had sort of gotten involved, or at least we said to this guard, I believe, that we would, do what we could to see what happened or, report anything that we find. But at the moment, I think that our direct next steps aren't going to have anything to do with that. We have a couple jobs to do that are time sensitive. We agreed to take a couple deliveries to a nearby town. Oh gosh. And the first thing that I'm gonna do for this episode is go and visit the home of Tova Shattershield because, oh god. Well, you know what? This is making me think. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. False alarm. Ugh. It's the most frustrating thing, or an extremely frustrating thing. I'm thinking here, so this quest, if you guys aren't familiar with it, it's called Blood on the Ice. I've never actually completed it myself. I do know that it is a fairly tough quest, and I know the story, we'll say. I have some meta knowledge about this quest, which I'm not going to reveal to you guys in case you don't know what's going on. But I think, just while we're here, I suppose we can do a little bit of investigation. Or just, we're looking at these bloodstains, and it'd be hard not to investigate them, or at least see where they go. So our boy Wraithen has discovered that the blood trails lead to this house, which we unfortunately cannot get into. Give it a knock. No one's home, or at least there's no answer. Okay, wait, I feel like that sneeze is coming on. Oh. Excuse me. Thank you for allowing me to sneeze. One of the things that I decided to do for popular demand, as time permits, it's something I can't necessarily agree to with every episode, but I'm going to try and let these episodes go a little bit longer. Maybe somewhere in the ballpark of 40 to 45 minutes, since I know many of you were asking for that, and I understand why. What do we got here?
This isn't a good time.
Okay. Sorry.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
More than you know, my friend. It's actually weirdly prescient. Because as we know, our man Wraithen has lost pretty much everyone close to him, for all intents and purposes. No, that's not what we're looking for. I can never remember which house it is. Beulah Giordano's. I'm pretty sure that the... Oh wait, is it Tova Shattershield? I actually think it is. This is the right house. Hello?
Is someone there?
Yes. May I come in?
Of course.
I think that's who we're looking for, unless that's a servant. Let's see. So, here's our plan. We gotta pick up... Oh, I think that is a servant, actually. Yep. Thanks for letting me in. I'm here to see Tova. Is the lady of the house present? I don't mean to take up too much of your time. I am just looking for the lady of the house that I can make a delivery. I wonder what her letter's about. Ooh, my mouse or control sensitivity is pretty high. Hello? Is Tova here? No one here. Hello, hello? Oh, she might not be home. Well, I suppose we can try and find her elsewhere. Maybe you know? Nope. Unfortunately not. Well, if she's not home, there's really not a lot for us to do here. We'll have to find her. I could use the quest markers, I'm sure. It would cut down on time, but I don't know. It's tricky because I think it's more fun to organically find them, right? But also, I understand that we're running a YouTube series here, and I don't want to necessarily... Well, here's the thing. I started to say this. We have quite a few errands to run. I want to make sure I'm prepared before we dare to leave the...
My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy.
Nilsine, I think that's the daughter. You have an idea where your mom is. What I was going to say again, before I constantly interrupt myself, is that before I leave Windhelm to go to Kynesgrove, which is very close by, it's about as safe as a courier job can be, but leaving the city at all is very dangerous.
Another quiet day.
Folk are talking about murders, what's there to do in the city, what are prominent citizens in Windhelm. Actually, all these questions I'm interested in getting answers for. As we know, Rathan is here gathering information, trying to keep a low profile, and essentially just, I mean, there's a dual purpose. One, we know that his primary long-con directive, it's not really a con, long-term directive, we'll say, is to position himself against the Thalmor, right? But the other thing is that you got to survive in the interim, and gathering information services both of those goals, I think, at the same time. So let's go ahead and gather some information.
Time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately.
Oh, yeah?
If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall.
Thanks very much, Captain Lonegale. Who are the prominent citizens?
There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn.
Oh.
He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King.
Ah.
And that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent.
That's pretty good. What kind of captain are you, my friend?
Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship.
Ah,
when I retired
respectable.
here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck.
I wonder what his actual name is. Well, you know, we're pretty decent as a crew.
Terrible shame.
It's a crewman.
Seems we have a killer on the loose here in Windhelm. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of, though maybe there's more that haven't been found yet.
Yikes.
All lovely ladies, too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon and introduce him to the headman's axe.
No kidding. Well, so we know that that strikes a chord with Rathan just because these murder victims are roughly the same age as his recently deceased sister. I think that it's just, I don't know, it'd be hard not to think about in the wake of something like this, in the wake of these murders. But, you know, we're going to do what we realistically can. Like I said, the whole idea of being here in Windhelm is that we have to gather information to further our goals, and one of those goals is just straight up survival. To do that, we need money, we need just some stability, you know, some stability in terms of resources and a place to stay. So what we're going to do right now, and even just, I don't know, you do jobs for people, they like you more. It's a great way to gather information in and of itself. That's actually true mechanically. If you do jobs for people, they will like you more in the game.
Horses, all day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
I don't know. I know a lot of people who really like horses. I was gonna say this is more of a, it has nothing to do with Skyrim, but I really like true crime. Not nearly as much as my fiance, but doing this quest, The Blood on the Ice, makes me think of all the true crime podcasts that have become so popular lately. It's almost like our own little Skyrim version of true crime. Anyway, before I get sidetracked again, let me, you know what? First things first. Let's get inside where it's warm, because this is not a good spot to go ahead and comb through our inventory. So we have a decent amount of stuff.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything.
Oh,
I think I've got a clean mug around here.
is she talking to us or talking to someone else? All right, well, let me see here. So we got this flower that we bought from Sophie. I almost want to hold on to that. Gana's heavy wooden blow. That's our delivery.
Coming right up.
So we got water. We have basic equipment here. And we have some decent potions. So we're kind of okay. We need food, but that's not too hard to pick up around. I think that we should be able to make the trip, to be honest. It doesn't look like we'll need to expend that many resources to get ourselves there. We just got to be careful because we are not very strong at this point.
Where?
There's a clear spot just west of Grisly.
Oh, let me turn down my volume here. It's a little bit loud.
I've been there before,
It's distracting.
but I don't
All
know
right,
it
well,
Well, that's where I want to build. In the Fall Forest. Give it an
6 p.m.
sunrise.
It's a little dangerous to make it to Kynesgrove this late in the day, but you know what? I think we can do it. We just need to find Tova. So, you know, maybe if we wait a little bit, I figure, where is she at? You know, where could she be? I don't think she's the one who's drinking to cope with the loss. That's her husband. I expected her to be at home. Well, for the sake of moving things along, let's go ahead and check our quest journal. Collect Tova's oh, we already marked it. Alright, well, time for the map then, I suppose. How do I turn on the local map? There we go. Oh, she isn't here. Well, foolish me. Let us see what she has for us. I wonder if you can open their letters and read
Let me
them.
know if you want anything.
Excuse me,
I think I've got a clean
Miss
mug around
Shattershield.
here somewhere.
We just met her. That could be her. Let's go check. Hello? No, it's Viola Giordano. Torbjorn, where's your
Hello,
wife?
friend.
Like to play something.
You've been a good friend in a time of need, and we won't forget that.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I haven't completed your delivery yet, so, you know, don't count your chickens before they hatch, but I'll be of help if I can. Are we in the kitchens? Huh. This Stormcloak soldier just baking some bread. This is... Man, you are all over the place, Miss Lady. There's our room. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and close that, just in case. Can never be too sure. Oh, here we go. This has got to be her.
I've been
Yep.
a bit out of sorts since
How long have you
our daughter was taken from us.
Nearly
I'm sorry about that, Tova. I'm here for the delivery
Of
job.
course.
when you'll be ready to give it up and
All right, well,
settle down?
by 19th of last seed.
All right,
And
then.
today is
I
the
just
17th. So we have a couple days to get these deliveries done. Obviously,
Niels is a hard worker.
better sooner than later, but it is a little risky. Let's see what the light level is like outside, because we don't have much in the way of illuminating our environment. If it's too dark, it's getting there. We don't even have a travel lantern right now. That's something I would like to pick up. In fact, you know what? Before we go really fast, since the market's still open, let's go ahead and just see what sort of supplies we might be able to get for ourselves, because we're going to need a few things. Or at least we could benefit from some stuff that we don't currently have. That's the blacksmith. The general goods merchant is not here, in the gray quarter, I believe. I think that's correct. I don't think there's a general goods merchant over here. Apologies. Let's go ahead and run. I don't know, it's getting pretty dark. And it's cold, too, and it's going to get a lot colder. So we're hungry, we're thirsty, we're a little tired. You know, as I'm saying this, as I'm thinking about it, I think the better move here would be to rest up and go in the morning. Since we have the inn room for ourselves right now, and we're so fresh, we're such a green character, that I think it would be... This is kind of atmospheric, isn't it? I think it would be smarter, much smarter, to just wait the night out and not risk it. Hello, Sophie. Oh. Here we go. Sadri's used wares. Some of you who are Season 1 veterans will notice that the music is back on. I just couldn't live without it after a certain point, but I have turned up all the other sounds so that if something dangerous is afoot, then we will know about it, hopefully. Let's see here. Nothing in here is stolen, nothing at all. I mean, I'm not here to ruffle his feathers, you know, or who supplies your goods. That might be interesting to know.
I've scraped this collection together by whatever means I could. I do some business with the trade caravans, and I've picked up a number of items from adventurers like yourself. A few intrepid souls even brought some items back from Morvenskar, the fort southwest of the city.
Oh, well then. You see, I'm not gonna, you know, press him by any means. One reason for that, I think, is because Rathan is half Dark Elf, so I'm assuming he's sympathetic to the plight of the Dark Elves living here in the Grey Quarter. Also,
Take a look.
if you're trying to keep a low profile, grilling people about the source of their goods is not exactly congruent, we'll call it. Okay. Amulet of Zenithar. We are looking for an Amulet of Archay, just kind of on the side. We have decent light armor as of now, though it could always be better. But that's not exactly, I don't think, a super smart use of resources, smart use of money right now. I kind of want to just accrue as much money as possible so that we can make some bigger ticket purchases, like a horse or something like that. So excuse me while I get some water. Gotta stay hydrated for a Skyrim session, of course. We don't have much in the way of a cloak, but this is expensive. I'd almost rather craft some myself. I plan on not having Rathan be a super major craftsman by any means, but I'm gonna have him take the basic crafting perk at the very least. Well then.
Come again.
Honestly, this is not a great place to buy stuff. We're in the city. Prices are high. If we can go ahead, let me just see what kind of stuff we got here. Got some animal bones, just really all kinds of random
I buy and sell
stuff.
just about anything.
Oh, that's cool. Hopefully we can gather some alchemical ingredients on the way. Oh, these might be decent enough. I mean, we have the cash. We might as well go ahead and get something for the warmth, right? What do you guys think, black or brown? I think brown will match us better, our leather armor. Alright, so we got a cloak at the very least. I didn't think we had one, but I'm actually not 100% sure of that, so hopefully we didn't just double up for no reason. Got a bunch of poisons and potions.
Let me know if I can give any assistance.
Some stone, rugs, things that we don't really need at all. Sleek fur cloak, which we also don't need, but what are you going to do? Also, the naming conventions on those are a little strange. Spell tomes that are way too expensive for us at the moment. Not going to be buying anything like that here. I was actually looking for a travel lantern primarily, and I'm not seeing one, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. Alright, well, we'll leave that. We'll go to the inn. How about we just spend a nice night in? We can take this as an opportunity to get to know the locals in the inn. Go ahead and gather that information we've been talking so much about. And, I don't know, it kind of fits our... What's it called? It fits our cover story, right? That we're hanging out there. Something to be said about being seen, right? Being seen and kind of integrating yourself within this place that you're looking to plant yourself in for at least a little bit. In fact, you know what we could do? It's 7:18 p.m. We still have a couple hours in the day, so while we're here, why don't we go practice on that training dummy that we saw? Also, let me make sure my cues are set up. That'd be something good to do while we're here. Iron sword, and it's not set up there, so let me go ahead and put that in my queue. It's already in my right-hand queue, so that way we're nice and ready to go. Oh, and our spells, too. That would be another good one. Let me see here. These I don't need to queue up. I know how to access all those. Fire sparks. Yes, please. Ice wind. Add a queue. And lightning sparks. So those are all in my left-hand queue. Now, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken... Lightning spark. Also, let me make sure. I wanted to check this. Let my queue go ahead and mod configuration. Let me double check and make sure iEquips time slow is on, because it's not. This is something I don't know why this setting does not persist in the presets that I ship with Ultimate Skyrim, but I'm sure it's like a minor bug, if it's a bug at all. Slow time effect strength. So what that's going to do is whenever we're switching queues, it makes it a little bit more forgiving, because you can see that we have time to switch to whatever we need without, you know, stopping ourselves, or sorry, without putting ourselves in unnecessary danger. Alright. Combat dummy. It's not supposed to have that 3 there, actually, so I'll need to fix that at some point. For how many hours do you want to train your one-handed skill? Really, just 1 hour would be fine, or maybe 2. You might be able to do 2. Let's see. Alright. 2 hours have passed. Now I'm real hungry, and it's getting pretty cold. So let's go ahead and it looks like everyone's kind of closed up shop for the day. Let me go ahead and equip that cloak that we got earlier. Oh, I have 2 hoods. I can always sell one of them. Look at us. All equipped for the cold. Hello. Maybe we'll play some Tavern games while we're at it. What do you guys think? It's always a good way to make some extra gold, if you're good. Which I cannot purport to be honest with you, but I do like to play.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I've got a clean mug around here. Somewhere.
Sure.
Let's hear it.
I'm good for now, gambler. I'd like to go ahead and gather that information first. Let's go ahead and let's just ask around, see what the local buzz is, you know what I mean? And we have no food, so...
Got some fresh baked bread and good cheese if you're after a bite to eat.
Can I please? I'm just gonna see what you got for sale.
Take a look.
What is the kind of cheapest fare that you got, if I may ask? What is the... oops, no. Here we go, this is what I'm looking for. Value, other way. Ash yam, butter, carrot. You guys are doing okay on food stocks. Mammoth cheese bowl, this is all pretty good stuff. The bread half loaf, you know, it's not the best, but it'll get the job done. Honestly, you know what I'll do? I'm just going to buy a bunch of potatoes and leeks and then just cook them up myself. That might be a decent way to make some just halfway decent meals. Thank you very much. If I need to, I can just cook those straight up. Elda, why is this place called Candlehearth Hall?
Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 160
Why does she say it like that?
ago, back when this building
Oh,
was the
excuse
home
me.
of a grand warrior named Wundheim. When word came that he'd fallen, his son Durot lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns.
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. There's a lot of little, I don't know if I'd call them story elements. I actually think that Bethesda put a lot of time and effort into making all of the locations in Skyrim and the characters feel unique. I think that was their response to the criticisms of Oblivion, where, you know, NPCs were, I don't know, they're decent, but you would always have those super generic dynamic conversations between them. I do think they tried really hard to,
Enjoy your stay, and don't
to
break
differentiate the
nothing.
locations, but I think the structure of the game almost kind of works against it in that way. You end up fast traveling around a lot, and it's very easy to miss a lot of the details and stuff that they put in there. So I like taking things a little slower because it exposes those details a little bit. Alright, well, while we're here, let's visit the kitchen really fast just so we can cook up our dinner. We'll have a nice dinner, and then we'll just kind of hang out for a little bit, ask around, see what's going on. Also, I apologize if this is very dark for you guys. The YouTube compression sometimes does that. Use our cooking pot and make some cooked potatoes. Yes, please. No grilled leeks, huh? Cooked potatoes, sure. In fact, actually, let me go ahead and leek. Or leek stew. Do I not know how to make grilled leeks, or can I not make it on the cooking pot? I should be able to. Let me see here. Cooked leeks, maybe. Guess not. I should be able to maybe... Oops. The I equip menu keeps popping up. Let me see if I can... Primitive cooking. There we go. That's interesting. I don't know why it's not showing up in the cook pot. That's got to be a bug on my end. Now we got some nice cooked meals. Oh, come on, I equip menu. In fact, you know what? Here, let's do this. Usually if something like that is happening, it just means that something's a little wonked. Save, then load, and it might be fixed, might not. Who knows? Let me see here. Let me go ahead and eat some nice potatoes. And we got some water. Am I still hungry? A little bit. There we go. We're going to be hungry in the morning, too. Hello?
You know about Talos? He founded the Empire.
Tell me about Talos.
Talos, who in life was known as Tiber Septim, united Tamriel and founded the Empire. He was rewarded for his deeds by being joined with the Divines in eternal glory. The only mortal to do so.
It's true.
We worship him
As
that
far
we
as
might
we know.
follow in his path. We can't literally join him in the heavens, but we may do our best to know them here on Nirn.
And don't be so sure that you can't literally join him in the heavens. That's what he did. Talos was the demigod who rose to,
The Empire's
I guess,
elven
divine
puppet
status.
masters
It's
never
a
cared
little
much for
strange.
the idea of a human becoming a divine. So the worship of Talos is outlawed. Skyrim doesn't take kindly to being told what to do. And to try and forget Talos, well, they may as well ordered us all to cut off our ears.
Sure. So we know that
Blessings
on the
of Talos
surface,
be upon you.
the Stormcloak rebellion is being waged because of the outlaw, or the outlawing of Talos worship, right? That is, I would say, the most direct reason. And now Wraithen knows that, but I wonder if the story goes a little deeper. Anyone want to play some? Who looks like they've got money? Captain Lonelygale?
I fear the night, because werewolves and vampires don't.
No kidding.
Gold solves most problems, doesn't it?
Sure does. Let's play a game of Prophet's Dice. Shall we play a game of Battle of Heroes or a game of Dice Jack? Now, Dice Jack I know well because I've actually played that IRL. Prophet's Dice I can never remember what that one is. And Battle of Heroes I would say is the most engaging game that's in there right now. So let's go ahead and do that one.
Of course.
Like I said, I don't know how good I'll actually be. All right, max bet 37. Prize to win 78 septims. Let's see. So we got a 3, got a 1. I think it'll explain the rules for those of you who don't know, and I could honestly use a bit of a refresher myself. I am not going to cheat. Not when I don't really know what I'm doing. Wraithen's team of adventurers scored 13. Wraithen, will you throw the dice to boost your power? It'll cost you gold. Now, I believe the entire thing is essentially having a more powerful team of adventurers than our man, Captain Lonelygale. I don't think that the 1 and the 3 are super solid, but the 9 is. So I'm actually going to throw that dice. Boosted your team's power by 4 attack points, so now we got 17. 4. Oh, we might be... Oh, but he threw the dice too, so he's 15 then. So we should win. 12? Am I... Oh, maybe he didn't throw the dice to get his. Nice. He's got no more septims, so I think we'll leave our man to at least have some cash for a drink or so, right? Not trying to make you broke, Captain Lonelygale. Let's see if there's anyone else. Who's a likely target? Who's this man over here in the corner? How about you? Mr. Stormcloak Guard, maybe?
I'm telling
just a
you,
patron?
I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
Yikes, is this place plagued by werewolves or something?
Not my problem.
Oh, it doesn't have enough gold. That person has not enough gold. That's a
All right, then.
line that I would like to rephrase in future versions. One of those things that I've never really gotten around
If
to.
it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim.
You know what? That should probably be our first purchase, would be hiring a mercenary. I think that would be smart. Another time, perhaps. Do you have any money?
Not my problem.
Nope, unfortunately not.
If you change your mind, seek me out here.
Will do, Stenvar. It's badass armor you got there, my friend. No one has enough cash to play... Oh, I didn't even see... That's Jorah. Are priests allowed to gamble? Something tells me a priest of
You know
Talos
about
might be.
Talos? He founded the Empire.
The problem is this is grayed out because they either do have enough money or don't.
Not
Nope.
my problem. Blessings of Talos be upon you.
Did everyone come here with no cash to play games?
Yes?
Raflod, how about
A
you?
little coin always greases
There
the
we
wheel.
go. That's what I'm talking about, my man. Why don't we play Dice Jack this time?
Of course.
Sure. It also might do to make this cell a little bit lighter, this play area, right? Oof. Dice scored 8. Maximum score you cannot exceed. Oh, that's for the scoring determination. I forgot about that. Maximum score 24. So this is a little bit like blackjack. The basic premise is that you keep rolling die without breaking that maximum score. Tails, your opponent throws the dice first. So it's possible he might bust here and we won't even have to do anything. That's 8. That is 16. He's probably going to roll again. Yes. Is he going to roll again? Okay. 19. That's decently tough to beat. Well, it really depends, right? So let's see. My current... Oh, that was my throw, the last one. So he did stay on that last toss. All right, that's not the worst. So let's go ahead and roll again. That's oh, so we're good to go. Now let's see here. He would need... So there's at least over a 50% chance that he's going to bust on this throw, and the chances are worse for us that we'll bust, so I'm not going to throw. The score of 21 without exceeding the maximum score of 24. Oh, did he not roll again? Weird. Well, there you go. Play again. Sure, let's do it. I like this game because it's simple. Dice scored 7. Maximum score you cannot exceed is thrice this score. And I have some plans to add even more games because I really like the idea of just hanging out in a tavern and shooting the shit with the fellow patrons and playing games. It just feels very, you know, realistic to me. The perfect score, 21. God damn. Won twice the initial bet. Oh, you win twice the bet if you get the perfect score? Yikes. Well, all right, one more time. See if we can win our gold back. My man. 10. All right, 30 is the maximum score. Oh, I get to throw first. All right, all right. And the cool thing is that while you play these games, time actually does pass. It's the same way as it is when you study a skill book or when you're practicing a skill or anything like that. There's lots of ways to passively spend time. Your current score is 7. Also, even just being in your menus and stuff, as you players will know, anyone who's played 4.0 and beyond, being in your menus will elapse time as well. So if you're just reading a book for pleasure, let's say, you know, because Skyrim has all these wonderful books to read, you will also elapse time that way, which I think is a lot of fun. Do you want to throw the dice again to increase your score? Yes, I do. So we got 7. Now we got 12. And that's a little tougher. Now, there's a pretty good chance that we're not going to exceed 30. We'd have to, if we get 8, it's exact. So that leaves 9, 10, 11, 12 that will put us over. So the odds are in our favor. Let's do it. Nice. All right. Now we're going to stay on that one. 4. That makes 10. 17. 23, I think. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right over. Yeah. Twice the initial bet. And our boy is out of money. Well, thanks for the time, Raflod. Speaking of the time, what time is it? 11:44 p.m. All right, well, it's about time to get to bed. Let me go ahead and... Oops, sorry, Viola. Excuse me. Why's my door open again?
Captain Lonely, I've been looking for you everywhere.
All right, well...
You found me. Can I help you?
Have you thought about my invitation?
I've thought about it.
What
I'm not
invitation?
sure it's such a good idea.
Oh, I see. Is it still too soon?
Yes, I think that must be it. My wife hasn't been gone that long after all.
Jeez.
I'll see you again on another day.
I'm sorry to be such a bother. We'll talk another time.
Now, I don't know the exact nature of her invitation, quote-unquote, but she's very forward and loud. Okay. Cooked leeks. Let me take a drink. And now let's go for a nice bath. You know what? I kind of want to turn the animations off on this, too. They take a little bit long for me. Player animations. Let's go ahead. Bathing. None. Just for now. I haven't decided if I want to leave those in or not. It doesn't bother my immersion any. Wipe myself clean. There's our guy. And then it's going to re-equip.
On the street, Captain?
I think it's going to
Doctor, I'm
re-equip.
so uneasy. There's a killer on the streets. And Viola
Is it not going to re-equip my stuff?
How would you like a drink?
Well, either way.
Very much so.
Coming right up.
All right, here we go. What do you guys think? 8 hours sleep? That seems decent to me. God, I wish I could get 8 hours sleep. I've had... So, for those of you who don't know, which actually is probably a lot of you, Liz and I, Liz is my fiance, we are planning our wedding right now. Our wedding is almost a month away. And so there's a lot of stuff, as you can imagine, to plan. And so we've been very tired lately. We also have friends who are getting married. So our weekends have been mostly kind of stacked. And I definitely don't mean to complain because the weddings have been very, very fun. But we are both feeling pretty burnt out. This week is actually my off week. So all I really have to do is record this episode, which is pretty much, it's as fun as my work gets. You know, like this is the most fun stuff, I'd say. So it's nice to have some time off. Oh, anyway, the reason I originally mentioned that is because we've both, I swear it's like, I don't know if it's just the stress of wedding planning or we keep joking that we have a carbon monoxide leak in our house, but we have just, oh, and we have a cat, which makes for the worst sleep sometimes, but it's been hard to get a good night's sleep lately. All right, let's see here. Cooked leeks, cooked potatoes. I'm going to get a refill of water. And our evasion skill went up, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that might be our last night in the inn, but that's okay. How you doing, Elda? Can I get a refill of water, please? Oh, I'm sorry.
Enjoy your stay.
I forgot I was naked. Thanks for reminding me, honey. There we go. How embarrassing.
Got some fresh baked bread and good cheese if you're after a bite to eat.
I'm okay. Can I get a refill of water, please? Thank you very much.
Mind you don't put out that candle on the hearth upstairs.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. Talk about the opposite of low profile. Oops. What is the... There we go. I want, no, food. Hide water skin, get 2 drinks. All right. And we are good to go. Hopefully it's not snowing anymore. Because that will make our journey just a little easier if the weather's nice and clear. Listen to that. Ah, nice. Beautiful, clear morning. All right. Shall we? This is our first time venturing out of Windhelm. It only took us 35 minutes. More, actually, because I started my timer a little bit late. But we've got everything we need to deliver, and let's go do a job. This will be a good idea, too, I think, because of what we mentioned earlier, where doing jobs for people does ingratiate you with them, and if our whole goal is kind of ingratiating ourselves with the people of Windhelm at the moment, this would be a good idea. Maybe even if we're trying to join the Stormcloaks, potentially. Oh, it's snowing a little bit again. Well, we don't have very far to go. Let me just double check, too, that the exhaustion from... That's fine. That's just because we were moving right now. So we're not dirty. We're nice and warm. We're well hydrated, well rested. Nice. Good stuff. Oh, we can visit with some of these merchants on the... Oh, I want to go and take a look at the morning view. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, good day.
We can imagine that our boy Rathan just taking a moment to take it all in. This is, after all, his first time in Skyrim, and I like to think that even with the pain that I know that he's in right now, sometimes when you catch a vista like that, you can't help but be in awe, right? Hello?
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
So this man's got meat.
Until next time.
I'm not really looking for that at the moment. What do we have here? This is jewelry. We have some... Oh, here we go. This might actually...
Good morning.
What do you got for sale, my friend? And we can have him do some stuff, too, but at the moment, I think we're okay. If we could get some steel gear, that would be pretty cool. It's better than the iron crap that we have right now. Silver longsword, that would be nice to have, but it's a little pricey. And if we're saving up for that follower, we'll see. We'll come back this way, I'm sure. And after maybe we've... Oh, this would be nice to have. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and purchase this. And the rest of this we don't need at the moment. But once we take that first crafting perk, we will be able to make a lot of useful stuff ourselves that we won't need to purchase from anyone. That'll help us be a little bit more self-sufficient. You guys have... These are pelts. Looks like we got a hunter here. These are nice weapons he's got on sale. Look at those. Fancy. What's up, my man? You got some clothes, seems. Nice tailor.
Yes? Take a look.
Got a bunch of stuff. Nice. It's a beautiful cape. I think cotton is a bit
Until next time.
too rich for our blood. Why does that menu keep popping up, I wonder? Bit too rich for our blood at the moment, but I don't know. Maybe in the future, you know? Alright, well, this is our first time out of... Wait, why am I... Here we go. Switch to Iron Sword, please. So the way that spells work is I have it set to quick dual cast at the moment. So that's going to... Any spell that I switch to is going to automatically come up in both hands. Now, I'm not sure if I'll keep it that way. I honestly don't have a lot of experience as a spellcaster in general, and also not with eye equip. But I think... Actually, you know what? I'm going to cycle back. Oops. Cycle back to my Iron Sword. There we go. No, wait. Here we go. And then also on this side. Just because I think... Although, you know what? The things that we're more likely to encounter on these roads might be susceptible to fire. And these swords are not very good. So you know what? I changed my mind. I'm switching back to fire sparks. How's our magicka rate here? Oh, it goes fast. That's not good. Oh, this is not the road to Kynesgrove. This is the road down to the water. Alright, everyone, we're gonna have to be very careful. This is another good... good reason to get a horse is that it's far less dangerous than traveling on foot. But, you know, we need cash. So at the very least, we're gonna have to brave this first journey on foot. It's very tempting to kind of take in the sights too, but I always say whenever you're outside the city walls, pay attention. It's served me well so far. It is beautiful though, isn't it? We'll take in the sights once we're safely in Kynesgrove, because you never know what's going to pop up. Oh, it's cold too. I can see the meter in the bottom right. Ooh, dragon's tongue. Nice. I always sell those. Really no reason not to grab that, even if you're not an alchemist, you know? It's just free money, essentially. Here we go. Kynesgrove. Cool. Well, why don't we go ahead and complete our deliveries, and then we can call it for this round. What do you guys think? I think we're okay. Sometimes I don't even like putting my weapons away when I'm in the city like this, or in the town, because there's not really super strong walls here, but I suppose there are guards, so we're generally safe. Hello, everyone. Alright, now the deliveries were for whom? I don't even remember. Gemma Uriel. Payment for me on delivery. So that's Tova's letter. Deliver potion to Ilfhild. And the weapon goes to whom? Ganna Uriel. Sweet. Alright, cool. Well, let's see who we can find. Hello.
Yes?
Hi, Froa. Hello. I'm warming up. Oh, fog's rolling in. Oh, how come he's not speaking? I might actually be interested in doing some... Oh, here we go. some wood chopping work.
Is
Quick.
someone there?
Yes, can I come in?
Of course.
Thank you very much. That must be Ilfhild, unless they have a servant. I think I might be a bit early for her. Hello.
Huh?
I have a potion for you.
Thank you. Here, this is for you. Good day.
You too.
Huh?
Oh, well, she's not really interested in much more than that. It's a beautiful home you have here, Ilfhild. Nice. Well, one delivery complete. Making a job, or making a living rather, as a courier, it's not the worst. You can also go and do that as a member of the Imperial Mail. You can be a mail courier. That's one of the jobs that you can pick up to make some cash, which I think is a decent way to make a living. I don't think that our man Rathan is going to be doing that, just because it's kind of counterproductive to his whole idea of laying low, and especially not putting himself on the radar of the Thalmor and the Empire. But maybe one day, who knows? We're looking for Gemma Uriel. Oh, here we go. Hello? No answer. Well, maybe check the inn? Hello, hello, hello? Might be a good place to find some more information, too. Just some leads, just some... anything, really, that helps us acclimate ourselves better.
We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Thanks, Idra. Have you seen Gemma? Gemma?
Did you see my husband already? I'm sorry. He can come off a bit rough at times.
I actually have not. I don't know who you're talking
Have you
about.
seen that Shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Oh. I think that's something that Rathan would make his way over to. Maybe not right now, because it's
See ya.
dangerous. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I'm noticing, too, that my queues are populating with those spells. So here's what I'm going to do. No, not that. Here we go. I can edit my queue directly. I'm going to remove this from the queue. And what this should do is, I believe it'll blacklist the spells so that they won't show up there again. At least in the meantime. I kind of want to have my... let's see. Now... did that do it? Nope, they're still there, so I'm going to have to turn that off. You can customize pretty much any part of iEquip, but the way that I'd like to play this is that my left-hand queue will essentially be my spell selection, and then my right hand will just be the sword for emergency scenarios. Alright, well... no one's here, unfortunately. Maybe Gemma is a miner? At least I don't think she's here. Hello? Anybody? Oh, here's the bathtub. The washroom. Hello, hello, hello. That's that time already. Excuse me. Oh, that sounds like a wolf. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. What's happening? I can hear wolves killing chickens. Saw some dragons. Hey! Get out of there. Yeah, they do not like fire. Uh-oh, sounds like there's one behind me, too. Whoa, be careful here. Where'd you go? That's good experience. I don't want to waste it. There it is. Yeah, but you know what? We got no... and you too. I should probably use that mage. Hey, get back here. If I can, I'm gonna get that killing blow, because that's just free experience. Hello? Hey, do you not want to take on this wolf? Come back here! Ugh! I'm gonna run out of stamina. Come on. Don't kill the chickens either. Get back here. He's wounded. There it is. Nice. You know what? That actually will give us a chance to maybe practice some hunting skills as well. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick him up for now. Walk him over here. And then just lay him down somewhere a little bit safer. Like so. I don't know why the guards wouldn't attack that wolf right there. Maybe because it was fleeing? There we are. Alright. Wolf carcass. Drop, please. Nice. Then what's my activate button? There we go. Leave that for later. And you know what? I think I'm going to have to call the episode there, but in the next episode, I'm going to go ahead and find where Gemma is. We're going to make our delivery, and we're going to continue on Wraithen's adventure. So as always, thank you guys so much for joining me. It really does mean the world to me. Hope you're enjoying yourselves as much as I am so far, and I will see you in the next one.